Hello, hello. Happy Sunday. I think it is. Is it Sunday?
Yeah,
My
yeah,
week's been freaking weird as hell.
tis.
So, um,
Yep, yep.
uh, we're here for another Aftershow Reactions. I feel like I haven't done this in forever for some reason because my body's out of whack. We're working overnights. Uh, so yeah, Aftershow Reactions. We're going to talk about the rest of Loki series or season 2. I don't know if they haven't been picked up for a season 3 yet. So we will see eventually if that will happen. But this last episode, damn,
Yep.
glorious purpose. Going
Glorious
back to the last episode, last week's episode, episode 5. I was telling Blue earlier that after the events of that one, I was like thinking maybe that um, Loki was going to be the reason for the time war that they had ended up fighting. I thought that was pretty good. The episode as a whole was freaking awesome. This whole season has been freaking phenomenal, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just keeps raising the stakes, keeps getting better. Each episode was tense as it went, and yeah, it was so good.
Yeah, BZ, what have you thought about the season so far?
Yes, sir. Yeah. I was honestly on par with the first season. I thought the first season okay, so this one was kind of I would say comparing the two, the second season was better, but it still wasn't. It didn't have that for me, anyways. It wasn't drawing me. But yeah, I agree. It was. I did notice. It was subtly getting better with each episode, and this last one, man, I was just like, damn. Yeah, that one I felt like, okay, yeah, this one is worth talking about for me. So that's why I figured I'd jump on with you guys and discuss it. But probably the best episode of both seasons, in my opinion, that this episode 6. But yeah, there were some interesting moments in there throughout the whole season. But yeah, overall, I think it was good with this last episode being great.
Yeah. Quick shout out to AJ, who is not feeling well, so he's not here with us this week. And then, yeah, hopefully he gets
Get
better.
better soon, bud.
Yeah.
But leading up to this one was where um, the loom had exploded. Leading up here, let me bring it up. Sorry, I don't have it up. Not that one. That one. All right. So, I know my keyboard's being weird. There we go. So yeah, I think we're still on the previous recap.
Oh, you're gonna go through the recap?
Yeah, I don't think I'm doing the recap. Am I doing the recap?
Previously on Loki.
Oh no! Last episode ended of him finally figuring out how to control his time jumping. So that's what that was, and then he finally came back,
Yeah.
and
It was,
still produced the same result.
yeah. It was cool to see the different variants. Mobius and having two kids, and uh, B-15 was a
Yeah,
doctor.
being a doctor. Yep.
That was cool.
Oh, that's right. That was another
Oh,
one.
and
So fine.
freaking Casey was Frank.
Oh yeah, from
Uh,
escaping Alcatraz.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, that was cool. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny. As soon as I saw like when they were scanning the jail cell, and
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know if you guys took that tour, but when you take that tour, you go on there and they mention that stuff, and I'm sure you
Mm.
guys heard about the three escaping from
Yep.
like
Mm-hmm.
history. And so yeah, when they showed the jail cell, and then there was three of them walking down the middle of that wall, and I was like, oh, that's the Alcatraz escape. I didn't
Alcatraz. Yep.
catch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't catch it
Right when
was
he pulled the freaking thing off the wall, I was like, "Hey, that's
yeah,
Alcatraz."
yeah, yeah. What was his name?
Frank.
Frank. Yeah,
Frank.
I didn't
Yeah.
realize that was him until they showed him like on the beach, and I saw his face, and I was like, oh,
Oh, you didn't know it was Casey? Yeah. I knew it was
yeah,
him
yeah, Casey.
right when they were walking through. I didn't realize it was him till after the three of them were walking in the walls. I was
Oh
like, "Oh,
yeah,
that's Casey."
yeah. That was cool. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he's trying to
Yeah.
steal stuff throughout the rest of the show too.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Can this thing get into a bank vault?
yeah. I know. Yeah,
Yep.
she's asking. Yeah, I'm just gonna go over here and check this thing out while you guys. What was he saying while you guys discuss?
Oh yeah, he's
And they thought he stole the temp pad.
Yeah,
The end. That
yeah,
was funny. That's
that's
cool,
right.
but I don't have it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Then he disappears, and then kind of proves
hmm
that. And OB was an author.
oh yeah,
Sadly, a
science
failed
fiction author.
author. Yeah, science
Oh,
fiction.
that's right. Yeah.
I think he was a scientist or something
Yep,
like that.
he was a scientist.
Yeah,
And they rebuilt the temp pad with freaking what did he say? 18 months.
yeah,
Yeah,
Rebuilt the temp
18
pad.
months. Yeah.
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 That's still
Lost
pretty
his
dang
wife
good.
and his job, and
Yeah,
yeah,
poor guy.
Yeah. He knew what was at stake, made the
Yep.
sacrifices. Yeah, it was funny when he said when he found that the TVA book, the guidebook, and he was like, this was actually published or what?" He said something along those lines, like he was surprised that one of his books got published.
oh yep.
Or that was that
Was
was
he say a best-selling author or something like that?
yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
Finally, a
yeah,
best-selling author.
yeah,
Stop
that was
putting your
funny.
books on our shelves.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's funny.
That's right.
It's like, oh damn, I'll buy your book, man. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, that was good. That was a great episode. And then, yeah, him Loki figuring out the time slipping. That was cool.
What
Now,
was
oh.
remind me again, when was the first time he had control of it? When did he realize he can do it?
It's right at the end of episode 5 when everything's finally disappearing and Sylvie
Yeah.
comes back.
Yep.
Because he had gone back to talk to Sylvie,
Mhm.
and Sylvie was like, we're both being selfish. If that's what stop
Mhm.
being selfish. Let your friends go. Let them live their
Yep.
lives. And then,
Oh, that's right. When they're at the bar.
yep.
Yep.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
then when he went back, that's when her world was starting to unravel, and we found out that, basically, you see in the beginning of the episode that the failsafe is enacted, and that's why everything's disappearing. The loom itself is destroying all the time branches,
Mhm.
and it's, just melting everything down. And then Sylvie's um, time branch was melting down, so
Mhm.
she went there, and then once they got there, and everyone was together finally, that's when that time branch started melting down too. So,
That's right. Yeah.
and then that's when he
Spaghettifying.
realized, spaghettifying.
Yeah.
And then that's when he realized, or he started to control his time jumping, and realized it wasn't a where or a what, it was a who. And
Mm.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay, I remember that. Oh,
so,
because he went back like just before everything spaghettified.
yep,
Right? Like
and
they all
sat there.
disappeared, then he stopped and he went back and he was like, "Whoa, what the hell?" And
Mhm.
then that's when he okay, gotcha. That's right. I remember now. Gotcha.
So that, and then he time jumped back to this spot,
Mhm.
and that's where we left out, and that's where this one episode started.
Mm.
Mhm.
And this was such a great sequence, him trying to get everything put together, and
Yeah.
all this stuff that it wasn't working. Every time it failed, so we'd have to keep going back and back and back, introducing
This is on
OB.
episode 6 now?
Yes, we
Or
are on
Yep.
episode 6 now. Yeah.
oh, okay, gotcha. Right, which was yeah. So I had a couple of things that from the in the beginning that kind of had some minor gripes with, maybe nitpicks. You can probably call them nitpicks, but one of them being that so the question that Loki posed to Obi, is like, what did we do wrong in the beginning when it still blew
Mhm.
up?
Yep.
Oh no, that's after this part, right? I'm probably jumping ahead. Um, so no, actually, no, it was before
No,
this,
that
right
was
in
in
the
the
beginning.
beginning. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, he's like, and he said, we took too long. So, if
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
knowing, I'm gonna ask you guys, if you had if you had the ability to go back in time, right, and someone said you took too long, what would be your first thought to fix that? Like, what would you think to do?
I'll go further back.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Exactly. That's what I thought. And Loki, but in this, Loki was thinking, I just got to do things faster, and
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
that like he kept trying multiple times to do things faster, and I was thinking like, why is he trying to do that? Would just go back further in time. I don't. So that part kind of like I
Yeah.
just accepted it. I'm like, okay, there has to be like something like I guess he's like
Well,
just
if you
trying
notice, he
maybe.
does keep going further back and further back and
Yeah,
further back to
incrementally to
try to
like
get yeah.
like
Slowly.
Yeah.
It's slowly. He's
yeah.
slowly doing
Yeah.
it, but yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I would think like you can
Mhm.
go back however you want, like back and forth.
Yeah.
Just go to like a certain, just do it in like bigger increments. Maybe go like, I don't know,
Right.
a day back or something. You give yourself as much time as you need. Like,
Mm.
Back to the Future,
Yeah.
or Michael J. Fox. He's like, only if I had more time. Like, what am I talking about? I'm in a time machine. I have all the time in the world. And then he goes back to, like what, I forgot which one that was. I think it was the first one where he's like, oh, where he wanted, I think he wanted to warn Doc about those, the Libyans, right?
Mhm.
And he's like, I can
Mhm.
just go back and warn him. So yeah, I was thinking the same thing here. So that's one of the things I kind of was like, I think they could have probably wrote that part better, but it added to
Part of it could
the
be
effect.
to attributed to the fact that he's just learning how to do it too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I
Well,
kind
he
of
didn't know the limitations yet,
right.
perhaps.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I was kind of chalking it up to some of that too. He's just like
But
learning,
yeah,
and
you're right. It was slowly.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I think for most people, like like you guys just said, you would just know instinctually just to go back further in time, right, rather than trying to do
Hmm.
things
Yeah.
faster.
Yep.
So yeah, that was just kind of I thought that was kind of odd that they went that route. But yeah, then he just started doing things quicker and quicker, and that just kind of made added
Yeah.
comedic value to it, though. Like he was rushing everybody through it, and
Hmm.
oh, but your model's great. Here we go. Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Shoot it into the loop and make it bigger. Yeah.
Yeah, he just pulls that out of his bag. And he's like, we have this." And he's like,
Yeah.
"Excuse me." Yeah, yeah. Oh man, that was funny.
Was this the part where he was explaining that it would take centuries?
Yeah. Yeah. How long would it take for me to know how much you know? But
Yeah, it would take
OB
centuries.
says decades though. Like I don't know if it take. I don't know if it would have taken centuries exactly, but
Yeah,
I
I think he
mean,
said decades or didn't he say
Did he
both?
say
Did he say
decades?
decades to
OB said
centuries?
decades. Uh,
Timely said it was
Victor,
centuries, right?
Victor said
Oh,
centuries.
that's right.
Okay.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, yeah. They kind of got me in that one because when he said that, I thought I was just gonna be like, "Oh shit, that's gonna be too long." But again, going back to the time thing, and they just like blanked to centuries later. I'm like, "Oh damn, they actually did it!
Yeah.
Wow."
Hmm.
I was like,
Yeah.
dang.
Yep.
Yeah, that kind of
So
threw
yeah,
me a
he
little
ended up
off
learning
guard.
how to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, learning mechanical engineering and physics,
That's
right?
right.
Quantum
Yep.
physics or physics.
Perfectly safe. You just stick your head in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. See,
Yes.
yeah, that was funny. He was like, "Oh, okay."
It's
He's
great
just
how,
like
how
showing him.
weirded out everybody is too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're just looking at him, like, "What the hell?"
Like 5 seconds ago, you didn't know anything.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. The every time it fails, and he said, "Oh, this time," and Mobius would go, "This time." Like what?
Yeah, this
Yep.
time, yeah. He's like, yeah, I know. Look,
Look,
I'm after
could
the
you imagine doing
cosmos.
this over and over? Like it's Groundhog Day yourself.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. Yep. I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, that's basically what it is, right? Groundhog Day,
Mm-hmm.
repeating it to get better and better. There was something else. Oh,
Mhm.
it also reminded me of Edge of Tomorrow or Live Die
Oh,
Repeat, whatever
yeah.
movie tell you want to go. Where like Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt were trying to get away, and they were trying every different possibility to get to that running car, that vehicle. I think it was like a truck or RV or something,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then get to that. Like he got a little bit further each time. Have you guys seen that?
Yeah.
Am I spoiling it?
Uh,
I haven't seen it, but yeah, no worries. No
Okay.
worries about
No. That
spoiling.
all right. I'll just
I've heard enough from other people. So
Oh, okay. Tijuana Mike, what is up? King Churo.
yo.
Thanks for joining us.
Yes, home run indeed. I think. I feel
Mm.
like they actually
Oh, for
nailed it
sure.
with this one.
Yep.
This time it works, and he gets
Mhm.
all the way to the end of the platform.
Yeah.
I like how Loki's just his coach throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Brother
BC.
Cousins, what's up, man?
What is up? Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, appreciate you, man.
Love this show.
Hell yeah.
Yes,
This is a
sir.
great show.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. He tells him,
Yes, he-
don't set it down. It's going to roll off.
Yep.
Yeah.
He sets it down anyways.
Yeah.
Almost
The first
flies
thing he
out.
does when he gets there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I wonder how many times that happened.
Oh, I know.
I
Right?
know, right? For him to tell him. Yeah, that was kind of cool how they did that, right? They didn't show everything, but they kind of implied what had happened by what he tells people. Like, like you were saying, Blue right now, just how he mentioned, don't put it down. That kind of just shows that that's already happened multiple times. Like,
Yeah.
whatever you do, don't put it down. It will roll off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He even mentioned his face or the
Oh, the
Wait,
Face
latch.
shield and the
the
latch
face
on the
shield,
neck.
the
Yeah.
latch. Yep.
Don't forget the
Yep.
yep. Exactly. Yeah, that's cool. I like how
For
they did
Casey
that,
to
right?
remember to latch his helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Telling us without
Like,
telling us.
yeah. That was
Yeah,
cool.
that was cool. I like that. Were you guys surprised too when he took that first step through that that radiation and he didn't spaghettify? He was just still there.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like,
You're like,
oh crap,
oh
he's gonna
no,
make it.
yeah,
Like, come
this
on.
is it. This could be it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that
was
was
cool.
cool.
It's like, oh man, here we go.
Yep, I was definitely pleasantly surprised. GG.
Yep. Hi,
Hey.
hey Gigi.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. He's like, just the
Yeah.
whole effect.
Yeah.
The way his suit's kind of slowly like disintegrating, deteriorating,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
dissolving, all the above.
And that damn green button keeps sticking.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
It sticks. You just got to get it again, he says.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, telling us without
Hey,
telling
hit
us,
it.
right?
Yeah, look,
He's like,
he like
didn't
looked
work.
back concerned, and he's like, "Oh, what's going on?" Yeah.
Loki's still calm. Like, it's okay. It'll do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, Loki was just trying to calm down. Like, don't worry, keep trying. Yeah,
Well, hell, after centuries of doing it,
Yep.
yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, and they finally.
yeah.
And it worked.
That was-
It started getting bigger.
Yep, he shot it.
Yep.
He's like, now come back, come back.
Yep. You think it'd be a little bit easier coming back because the radiation was like pushing him.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah, like going
Hopefully,
with the wind, with the
yeah.
radiation,
Yep.
the radiation wind. Yeah,
Then bad news again.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was working for a moment, and then yeah, can't.
Turns out the loom still doesn't have the power or capacity to thread an infinite amount of branches.
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm. Yeah, and that was the other minor gripe slash nitpick I had with that was like I would have thought that OB or what's the other guy? I keep wanting to call him Frank. The guy
Casey?
who was Frank Casey. Yeah, thank you. One of them would have saw that the branches or the timelines were branching out like at an infinite rate. They would have saw the rate that those were branching out. So I thought that would have something that they could have caught, sooner and probably identified, and maybe they did it. They just didn't think it was important to not important, but it was significant to mention to Victor. They just thought maybe they just assumed that this multiplier was just gonna be able to scale up at the same rate that the timelines were branching out.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just another thing you think because they're tracking all the branches right as they're growing initially, right as they're spreading and duplicating. So you would think that like the machine or it would have automatically detected, how fast the rate that at which they were increasing. So I don't know. That was kind of again minor, but I just thought it was like, that's another interesting thing that I would think they would have caught. But it's like, oh, okay, well, there goes that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. All that work for.
Yeah, just for it to implode again.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think he realized he's got to go back even further, which is
Oh, yeah.
leads us back here. But
Yeah.
when I was thinking, or what I was thinking is maybe they'd have to start pruning branches again, which is what they were trying not to do by
Yeah,
making the loom bigger.
Yeah.
that's what
But
they should have done. Truly, like prune them until they
until it
can
fits through, yep.
figure out how to get all that stuff through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So I'll go ahead, Bean.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that well, it led Loki to the realization that he's got to go back even further,
Mm-hmm.
which brings us back to the end of the first season
Yeah.
and taking out He Who Remains.
Yep. Yeah. So when Sylvie in the show, and I messaged you guys because I was still watching. You guys, I think you had all had watching. I think except for Blue, or might have been Beam. But yeah, when as soon as Sylvie said, and it's almost as if as soon as the timeline started branching, this was doomed to happen. And then Loki looks at her, and I was like, oh damn.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking back, okay, the reason that happened is because she killed He Who
Yep.
Remains. So then I immediately thought he's gonna have to go back and stop Sylvie, potentially like kill her to prevent her from killing He Who Remains. Like, oh shit. And that's why I texted you, like, oh man, I think I have an idea of what he's gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, I'm glad they didn't though. I'm glad they went he trying to find another solution. But yeah, I don't. We'll
yeah,
keep discussing that.
Yep.
yeah, he had many opportunities to do that.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So I'm glad he did it.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, he does try to reason with her first, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
she doesn't want to hear it.
Nope.
No.
Says multiple times you're gonna have to kill her to stop
Mm-hmm.
her.
And more time jumping.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and even further back in the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Again, going incrementally back like every 5 minutes or something, instead of
Yeah.
just jumping back like
You
a
think
couple
he would
hours.
have eventually, though, found out how to stop her?
Yeah.
You think he would have? But
She, I don't know. She was determined back then, though.
oh,
Like,
very, very
Right.
different.
you know,
Yeah.
she grew up in apocalypse. Staying out of the TVA's way.
Mm-hmm.
So she
Hiding.
wanted
Yeah.
revenge, man. She was gonna get it.
Yep. Yeah, that's true.
Did he? I think he already did it. Did he? Yeah, he paused
Yeah.
time already. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
but yeah, it turns out all of this was supposed to happen. This was
And
apparently
was,
what he
letting it happen.
designed. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he knew all this was coming,
Mm-hmm.
and he was
He
hoping
just-
for resurrection, just like every other time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as soon as he what did you guys think when I think he questioned me. He's like, "Oh, you're just gonna sit? Why don't you fight back, or why do you
Yeah.
let this happen?" And he just reaches up, grabs that pad, and just pauses everything. And I was like, "What the hell?"
Yep.
He just like could have did that whenever he wanted. At that
Mhm.
point, when I saw that, what did you guys think about that part? Where he's
Oh, I thought it was great. I think
Yeah.
this is one of the best scenes of the whole show right here. The episode
Mhm.
is their dialogue with each other. The
Mhm.
fact
Yeah.
that he could have done anything and everything to stop her, but he didn't.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it was supposed to happen
Mm-hmm.
and lead to this point. But the dialogue was fantastic. What did he say? Like, how many times have we done this already? How many times have we had this conversation?
Yep.
Yeah.
And he kind of called out Loki here and was like, maybe, oh, you didn't know how to stop time yet.
Yeah.
And then when he brought her back, he's all like, wait a minute, and he
Yeah.
stops time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right
That.
there,
Yeah. Right
yeah.
there. That was badass. Yeah. He just like with his finger too. Like he didn't have to use anything. He just used his finger.
Mm-hmm.
That was badass. Yeah. I was like, oh damn.
But yeah, the conversation with them and everything needing to be, go his way, because everything was going He Who Remains His way,
Mm-hmm.
and exactly like he wanted it to. And he's explaining to Loki, there's no way you can stop this. This is the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, the loom is the failsafe, and it's only supposed to protect the sacred timeline,
Sacred timeline. Yep.
and delete everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no modding it or anything like that. So
No multiverses.
yep.
Just one sacred timeline.
Mm. Yeah, I agree though. This dialogue, this whole episode, for the most part, I think the entire season, but yeah, the dialogue was great in this episode alone. It's just really that, and then the dialogue between him and Sylvie at the bar in the previous episode, where she
Yep.
was asking him, what was like, why are you doing this, or what is your motivation, or something along those lines,
Mm-hmm.
right? And she basically got him to say that because he doesn't want to lose his friends or
Yep.
for his
Doesn't want to
friends.
be
Yeah,
alone. Yep.
yeah, he doesn't want to be alone. Yeah, just so yeah, like these past 2 episodes, it's just been yeah, I agree, it's been great. Dialogue's been great in this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, blue circle.
Yeah, but he's trying to tell him. Loki's trying to tell him, I'll change the equation. I'll
Mm-hmm.
change it. I'll do something different. I'll fix it. Yeah, she's trying to convince
Mm-hmm.
him. He who
Yeah.
remains like, nope. What are you gonna do?
He seems to have everything accounted for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Even Loki being there now. He seems
Yeah.
to have accounted for it. So
Yeah, like he
Yep.
was expecting him.
I even said, who do you think paved that road?
mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
So he said, yeah, he said he chose. Well, he was implying that he chose Loki because he said he saw him slipping through time.
Mm-hmm.
But at which point do you think he noticed that or had that in his mind? Like at what time did he notice Loki doing that, like time slipping, to put that in part of his plan? I was trying to think back of when that occurred. Would have just been in this series of events right here, where he kept replaying this scene, and then he noticed that Loki was time slipping.
Yeah.
Or what do you think?
I would say, yeah, exactly right here, right then. Because when he was trying to stop Loki for that, clearly he noticed every time. So,
Yeah.
so I'm assuming he asked how many times we had this conversation.
Yeah,
It was just well written for sure.
yeah,
I didn't have a hard time following it at all.
yeah. I like how and every time he failed at stopping Sylvie, you kind of just hear in the background, he remains saying, "See you soon."
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like always repeating the same line just because he knows he's showing that Sylvie still kills him.
Mm-hmm.
another well dialogued scene.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And this was interesting getting Mobius's take on what he thinks or how he decides who stays and
He's
goes.
pruned. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The burden that he carries for it.
Mm-hmm.
And we find out why he is in the position he's in, because he and Renslayer were both hunters.
Yeah.
She became the judge. He became the
Analyst.
analyst. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, that was well executed on his part, as telling a story and just acting out that this scene about just executing that dialogue and telling his story and what happened to him. He kind of felt for
Mhm.
him.
Yeah.
Then finding out it was the variant was an 8-year-old boy, right? Was that what he said?
Yep.
8-year-old boy.
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah. Yeah. They're gonna cause like 5,000 deaths or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
You kind of feel for him.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
gotta
it was a
play
good
this
scene.
show.
Great scene.
Yep.
I don't want to play it, but
You want to get
yeah, I don't want to get shut
hit?
off. Yeah.
Mhm.
They'll cut us off
Mhm.
if we play it for too long. I would just love to watch the whole episode with you guys. It'd be fucking great.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just gets up and shakes his
Yeah,
hand.
this, yeah. And this part was crazy. Everything spaghettifies.
Mhm.
Yeah, yep.
Yo, some
So-
guy.
Some guy, what is up?
Hey, what up?
Thanks for coming through.
So yeah, time jump again, and he stops time here to talk to Sylvie.
Yep.
Mhm.
I'm just like, how did you do that?
Yeah. They even told her I'd figured out how to control the time slipping,
Mhm.
and that they were outside of time.
Yep.
And he just kind of moved all the spaghetti back.
I thought he was here asking for permission to dispatch her.
Oh
Mm.
yeah. 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 I thought it was more like I mean he did ask her, right? Like how do I stop you or something along those lines? Like what do I do? Like you're gonna kill he who remains, like what do I need to do? And I, or you guys probably can tell me like what better than I do, but did she say like nothing? You can't stop me or something like that? Remind me again what
I
was the
think
dialogue here?
by the time if I remember correctly, by the time their conversation was done, I think she already figured that, or she already knew that the only way to stop was to kill her. Or back
Yeah.
then, so I think that's pretty much where it left. Us thinking that was what was going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, she thinks he's probably gonna kill her or something like that, and Loki just wants to find some a different plan, a different
Right. Yeah, like tell me.
different way to a different loom, different path.
Another
Mhm.
way. Yeah, just another
Everybody can-
solution, yeah.
Yep.
She even said that too. That like, I'm not giving you my permission.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. What do you want? My blessing or something like
Or
that?
the
Your
blessing,
permission?
yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it was. Yeah.
I thought that was funny. Yeah. Which is a unique take. I haven't seen this in a show or movie where involving time travel where someone has to kill somebody and they go back and talk to them before they have to do the deed, like take them
Mhm.
out. So it was kind of an interesting angle how he's talking to her with the
Yeah.
possible intention of having to go back and kill her, and just knowing that it was interesting. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't think he would have been. I don't think he would have done it
Right.
anyway.
Yeah. He
I mean,
doesn't
he'd
look
have
like
done it by then. I mean, yeah,
unless he knew it was like his only other solution. There was like the only way. There's no other solution. But I mean, he has all the time in the universe to figure out something. So maybe that's why he just wasn't willing to do that to kill her yet, just because he knew he didn't exhaust all the options, right? I think he
yeah.
was
That
like, you
was
know what, I have so much time. There's other things I can do. I'm sure there is.
it was either
And no
that
matter
or-
what, there'd be a return of Kang or He Who Remains.
Yeah,
You think so?
No matter what he did, yeah, there would
have
be
a
still
question
that
on that
a
one,
He
but-
Who Remains would still return.
Yeah, I have a question on that, but I'll wait till we get to the end because I think it's more for like the
Wow.
ending.
Yeah, here I think he finally comes to the realization what he's got to do though.
yeah,
Yeah.
After the conversation with her, and so he time jumps back here. I'm looking at everybody one last time.
mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah. Looking at his friends.
Yeah.
And a shout out to Natalie Holt. I think that's her name.
Natalie Holtz.
The
Yeah,
music is phenomenal. In
Yeah,
this
dude.
show. I
Oh,
love the music of this show.
she was the composer or the
Yeah.
oh, of this show. Okay. Nice. Yeah, it was really well done. So what is Gigi saying?
Have you felt like you were in a loop? It would be over in 2 seconds. I'm going.
Yeah. Go after him to get out. Yeah, that's it. I'm done. He just repeats one time and you're done. I'm ending all these timelines to get out of here.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And so yeah, this scene actually, a lot of people have pointed out that it's the same line from the first Thor movie.
Oh, yeah.
That he's doing it
Yeah.
for you. He's doing it for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't catch that. Yeah.
That's what he
Like
said to
someone
his
shared
father
with
in
me.
Thor before he let go and fell from um, the cliff. Where were they? I forget where they were at. Were they in Jotunheim? Or they were in
Man, I can't
Asgard?
remember. It's been a minute since I've seen that one. Wasn't really my favorite,
Yeah.
or one of my favorites, I should say.
But yeah, it was the same two lines from the first Thor movie.
Yeah.
But yes, he's saying he finally knows what kind of god he has to be for you and for all of us.
Yep.
I like that he was looking like straight into the camera for that too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
Yeah. Emotional scene.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
One thought
Here-
was if he could have done the walkthrough there the whole time, why didn't he just go and do it the first time?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like,
I
at
was like,
what
wait a
point
minute,
did he
Yeah.
know he
you're
was able to
withstanding
do
this
that?
right now, and then,
Yeah.
all right, man, you made timely do it time and time again. All right,
Yeah.
that's all right. But this is crazy transition into the new Loki suit. Hot toys, you better make this
Yeah.
one, please.
Hot
Yep.
toys.
With the throne. Yep.
With the throne. Yep, you better make it with that throne.
Yeah.
Yep, King Loki
Broccoli
and throne ASAP. Yep.
Yep. Yeah.
King
Pop.
Loki.
Um,
Say
Funko
it.
made that King
Oh.
Loki and the
Funko,
throne.
huh? Right on.
Oh, they already did.
Yep.
And this
Much
would be
like the
labeled as King
Loki.
Loki.
Well, the pop does. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You said it has the throne, right?
Yep. Yep. It's Loki and
Oh.
throne. Yeah.
Does it look like broccoli? Also,
What's that?
does it look like broccoli? The throne?
Broccoli? I don't think
Yeah.
so.
No, I was just talking about the tree at the end.
Oh,
No. Yeah. No, it didn't have the tree. It just
Yeah.
him
Oh,
sitting,
okay. Yeah.
looking like broccoli. That'd be
Yeah. No, I know. It looks like a tree. Yeah.
very similar to the Richard E. Grant scene when he was fighting Goliath.
Mm.
Or
Yeah.
Which one?
Glorious purpose.
Glorious Purpose. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Richard E. Grant scene?
Yep. In the first season.
Oh, damn. Okay, I have to go back and watch that. Oh, yeah, I didn't catch that either. I don't remember that scene.
Richard E. Grant was distracting Goliath for them as they were trying to get to He Who Remains.
And Goliath, it was that creature.
Yeah, the big cloud creature.
Yep.
Goliath? Is that how you say it?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Oh.
pretty sure it's Goliath. Yeah.
Goliath. Yep.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know that. Damn. That shows you how interested I was in that show. Didn't remember their names yet.
But yes, here he destroys the loom. I forget what He Who Remains had told him what would happen if he did destroy the loom. Because they had mentioned that and they had talked about it in that room together.
Yeah, that's another thing I was confused on, because he did say what
That it would end all things or something like that. Like nothing would happen. Nothing would exist if the loom was broken or
Yeah.
unless something.
the part that stuck out
I
to
knew I
me
should have watched
that
it again
was,
before.
what would happen to your friends, like making it seem like
Oh,
if
yeah.
you destroyed it, like something would happen with this, like they would be gone or something,
Mhm.
Yep.
Yep.
which I couldn't really differentiate between how that would be different from if the loom exploded on its own, which it had already, versus him breaking it. Like, wouldn't that have the same effect with all the timelines being
You'd
destroyed?
think. You'd
Yeah.
think.
That's what I was kind of confused on. It was like one of the questions that I had. And there's quite a few questions for me in this episode.
Hmm.
But it was still a great episode, though, despite that.
Oh, wait. Do-do-do.
But that was cool, though. Yeah. He's
Glorious Purpose.
Just, yeah.
Yep.
Intense.
I
Yep.
gotta stop it there. That's long enough. But then, yeah, everything breaks. Visually, this is freaking fantastic, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did such a good job on this.
Spider webs.
Spider webs, yeah.
That's what it looks like. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It destroys the loom. Everything goes dark,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
and these are the time branches apparently, and they're all
Yeah,
dying. Little interesting, and that's how that they would fall after being the light putting out. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, without the loom being there, yeah, I don't think they would survive. Because
Right. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
yeah. That's what I was kind of mentioning earlier. It just kind of was weird that they're still there rather than
Mm-hmm.
being destroyed, and the fact that he can actually grab them. I didn't know it was something like that, or maybe he just has that ability.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I thought,
And he's given it life again, pretty
mhm.
much.
Yeah, that's what I thought at first he was doing. Right, he was just like grabbing them to kind of give him some sort of energy or to kind of charge him up or do whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But then it turns out he was just gathering, which is yeah, kind of interesting there.
Yeah, here I wasn't sure. I think he was just like a practice.
Yeah,
Like, can I do this? And
Yeah.
that's I think
yeah,
that was the
practicing.
pulses of energy that he was doing it at first. Is can I power this
Yeah,
stuff?
Yeah.
you got to get a few dry runs there first before you do the real thing, right?
Yep.
Got to make sure you can do it. Some test timelines. Yep, got
Invisible
the
staircase.
you the
Mm-hmm.
loafers on.
Yeah, the loafers. I thought it
Yeah,
was an interesting choice.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got to still look stylish. Class it
It's
up.
very Sylvie like, to be honest with you.
Mm.
The loafers.
The whole outfit. It reminded me
Oh,
of
I see.
Sylvie's.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, with the scarf and the way the
Mhm.
horns
Yep.
were. Oh, okay. Yeah, it was interesting. Interesting look.
And the horns were. It was like a headband, and then
Yeah.
horns. It was.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting. Yeah, I wonder what. I wonder if that just kind of formed from because of what he was doing on its own, or do you think he did it on his like he created those for some reason?
I think that they came from um, that the
The timelines or
materials
that
of
surge?
um, the old temple,
Oh,
The old
okay.
temple
from
where
from the materials of the
yeah,
old
the
temple.
citadel sits. Yeah.
Citadel, yeah. Like,
Oh, okay. So you think it just kind of that it sensed him and then it just started kind of like bonding to him or something?
yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay. Like it has some sort of energy or it was able to detect something was going on
Mhm.
or someone was there. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, well, buddy of mine had pointed out that that his headband, his horns were the same color as what that temple or that area
Mm.
there
Yep.
Mhm.
were the same color. And I hadn't caught that before. I'm like, oh, okay, that's true. That's a
Yeah.
good point.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
his
his
cape.
cape does. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with the
Yeah, that was
branches.
badass. Yeah, I like that.
Hmm. Very cool.
Yep. Here you can see him gathering all the yeah the branches. Collector Joey, what is up?
Woo.
Yo.
Thanks for coming through.
But yeah, just the way this whole freaking thing had transpired is interesting.
Yeah.
Loki is finally becoming, um, what the hero I guess he wanted to be.
Hmm.
I mean, he's saving his friends at the sacrifice, of himself.
Right. Being alone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which he didn't want, but yeah, that was a sacrifice he gave up.
Yeah.
Or that's a sacrifice he made, I should say.
The burden with glorious purpose.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they were hinting at that towards the middle of the series when him and Sylvie were talking in the pie room. What kind of gods are we that would
Oh,
make
right.
us.
Yeah. Or we're playing God, and then he said, "We
Yeah.
are gods." Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good line. Yeah, I kind of saw that one coming when she said that. I was
Mhm.
like, I was like, well, which is kind of, um, which is kind of clever, right? Because the whole show is going on, and they kind of make you forget that that they are gods, right?
Hmm.
Including Sylvie herself, right? She forgets, and they kind of what was the term? They kind of I want to say humanize him in a sense,
Hmm.
just because of his actions and everything going on. Yeah, you just forget that they are gods, and then he.
Yep.
But it seems like nope. Yeah, he always had in the back of his head who he is and what he's capable of, and so him saying that just kind of shows that like he realized it, but him not discussing it as much or bring it up as much in the show as the show progressed kind of shows that he's also like maturing. He's not really thinking about that as much in that moment when he mentioned that, right? He was just thinking about saving, like you mentioned before, the timelines and his friends and everybody else. He's not really thinking about his status of being a god
Yeah.
until he brings that up. He's like, okay, well, now we have to rely on these our godlike abilities to save everyone else. So I thought that was kind of clever how they did that. And they made us forget ourselves also, like the audience, that they were gods or they are
Yeah.
gods.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, this was cool. Yeah, when this started happening.
Yeah, the new timeline structure.
Yep.
Um,
No longer horizontal.
yeah,
Yeah.
basically he is the loom. This is the
Yep.
loom,
Yeah, exactly.
which turns into the tree.
Yep.
Broccoli, yeah.
Broccoli.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The purple broccoli.
Purple broccoli, yep.
Yeah, no, it's
Have
purple.
you guys
Yeah,
seen
at first
purple
it was
broccoli?
green, yeah. No,
I've
if
seen
you
Don't
let
eat
it
it.
sit out, yeah, on the counter for a while, then it'll start, purple.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm thinking this is. I mean, people have said this is Yggdrasil, which is the
Yeah.
tree of life. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That was yeah, I got the same thing when I saw this in just Norse mythology. The only reason that I was aware of that is because playing the first God of War, the previous one, not Ragnarok, but the one that came out before it,
mhm.
you kind of, for those of you that haven't played it, you get to a point where you can travel between different realms.
Yep.
And they mentioned, they show that this tree is kind of like this big, like some sort of projection. And yeah, it's a really cool scene in the game. But anyways, yeah, so that's the only reason why I knew of that. I think I may have heard of it before, but yeah, so I saw that, I thought the same thing. The Tree of Life, right? Is that what you said it
Mhm.
was? Yeah, Tree
Yep.
of Life. Yeah, it was really cool how they incorporated that.
Yeah, I thought it was very, very unique to what Loki and who Loki is in Norse mythology and
Yeah,
all that fun, all that stuff, all that fun stuff.
yeah, it was really cool.
Boo, boo, boo.
Yeah, what is that? Oh,
Um,
that's just one of the.
after.
Oh, I see.
So yeah, it's them running the TVA with the model of Loki. I'm trying to get to that banner. Like, there it is. Grow together.
Oh,
Like old cartoon style.
yeah.
Nurture our future, or nurture our nature for a stable future.
Nurture our nature. That's cool. I can see them making an actual poster of that for like marketing of the show for like people to
Yeah.
buy or giving
I'd
away
buy
for
it.
something.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Or
That
making a
reminds
shirt.
me. Gotta buy the Blu-ray of the first
Oh, yeah.
one, the Steelbook.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I
Is
remember.
that still available?
I believe so. It should be. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Here's there you are trying to revive Miss Minutes, which I
Yeah.
think is a mistake.
Yeah, I know, right? She was all glitching.
Yeah.
Well, they'd rebooted her before,
Yeah.
but I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Love's a
after that
powerful
one time.
drug.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, AI, man.
Yep.
Start
She
slowly
loved
becoming
He Who
reality.
Remains.
Mm-hmm.
Chat GBT.
So, yeah. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. This is why I'm hoping there's another season,
Yeah.
but I don't know. There will be.
The writers said they weren't doing a third season.
Well, if the writers of
just
this
saying.
aren't doing a third season, then there better not be a third season.
Yeah. Indeed.
Because, no, they shouldn't.
Yeah.
Other writers should not touch this series.
Or it may just tie into a movie then, right?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
We get more Mobius. I think this is where they mentioned Ant-Man and one of the other variants. I think.
Yeah, the 616 adjacent. Yeah, yeah.
Oh
That was
yeah,
Which
cool.
would have
what did
been
they say about that? I remember they said something
one of
about
the variants
616.
were there on the 616 adjacent.
Yep.
Which
And they
is
took care of it.
Yeah.
But who were they referring to? Why do you think it was Ant-Man?
Ant-Man Quantumania. 616
Oh,
adjacent. It would be
oh,
where they
Kang.
travel to
And
Kang the Conqueror.
The
Yeah,
yeah,
Oh,
Kang.
that's right. Okay, yeah, yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah,
the Kang variant.
yeah, yeah. I kind of caught
Yeah.
that too. I wasn't sure. I wasn't 100% sure, but I hadn't because I was trying to remember. Well, was that King from 616, or did he come from another
I think he would have been
timeline?
considered as 616.
What? Okay,
I
gotcha.
think so.
And even if he traveled to that realm or whatever, maybe he's from
Yeah,
a different universe. He still would have been in the 616 microverse or whatever, the
gotcha.
quantum realm.
Quantum realm. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's right. Quantum realm. Yeah.
that's what the adjacent
yeah.
adjacent ones.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
There's a
Good
quantum
call.
realm.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, adjacent. 616.25
Yeah.
or 616A or something like that. Yeah.
Mhm. It's part of the old walls.
Yeah.
Mobius decides to leave.
Yep.
That he wants to leave. He's not coming back.
Hmm. Yeah, I thought that was cool how they wrote her character to be kind of accepting and supportive of that. Like, hey, if if you want to leave, there's always a spot for you here on the council. Was that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah, which was really cool.
Oh yeah.
That's a good boss. That's a good boss.
Yeah, I'd buy all the figures from this line. To be honest.
Yeah.
Maybe Mobius
Definitely.
P15, OB,
We need a Mobius.
Mobius. Yeah.
That'd be well tailored.
Speaking of
Pretty
OB,
sure.
here he is with the new handbooks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a different color, right? Did you guys
Yeah.
notice that?
Yeah, it's
Yep.
yellow. Yeah,
Yellow.
Mm.
yellow like Loki.
Yeah, and they show Victor Timely not getting the book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to keep an eye on that too. I was because he heard a noise, right? And they kind of make you think that something's gonna happen.
Maybe,
And he,
perhaps he did. Yeah,
yeah,
maybe he still
and
got
then
the
he
book.
looks, yeah, he looks back, and I was kind of looking at the ground to see if that would they were still
Yeah.
gonna do it. Kind of kept me in the suspense a little bit, like, oh man, like, is someone still gonna drop it?
But there was nothing.
Yep.
You still want to think
That
there's
moment,
nothing,
yeah,
because then we see this moment with Renslayer.
Yeah.
We don't get to see it, but Eliath does come for her.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was, right? Did you guys think it was that's who it was also?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah. You even hear his roar. So yeah.
this was
And then-
interesting though.
Yep.
That it swept away to reveal the floor of the frickin'
TVA.
TV.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what that was? Okay, I was trying to remember where where I saw that.
Yeah. For all time, always.
Mhm.
Oh, okay, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
and this
she's-
was the what was the name of this place? Like the
I think they called it the Void at one point.
Void. Yeah.
the void. Okay, yeah,
That's where they go when they're pruned. So yeah, the
Yep.
void. I think.
that's right. Yeah, yeah. I was having talking to some other buddies, and they mentioned that you couldn't hear the roar, like you couldn't hear anything, and I thought
Oh,
they would
really?
just yeah. And
Oh, I watched it
I don't
earlier
remember.
today, and yeah, you heard his kind of growl. Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
can you? Oh, okay, yeah. Because I couldn't
Pretty
remember. I
sure.
remember hearing the music because it seemed like it was one of those moments where
The
they
music
just turned
was
up
louder.
the music. Yeah, and they cut off all the dialogue and everything to kind of make more of that impact, like an actual finale, like the final scene. What is that called in an epilogue? Is that right? What they call it in
Yeah,
books?
epilogue.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
final, yeah, the
Yep.
final thing that happens at the end. So I don't remember hearing the roar, but maybe I just wasn't really paying attention to it. So, but the colors and the way, you see in her face when whatever that was showed up, she was scared at first,
Yeah.
And
But no,
I
she's gonna
noticed her
tame that
face.
beast.
Yeah, and then she got pissed and angry. You can tell she changes like determined. So,
Yeah.
that's why I thought she was like gonna go after it, and that's why I thought it was Eliath also. But some people were thinking it was He Who Remains, like a variant of him
Oh,
or something to get her. Yeah. So you
that's
think
interesting.
that if it is Eliath, you think it was there to kind of try to kill her, or do you think it was there to kind of like
Oh yeah,
someone
because he
sent it?
eats anything organic.
Okay,
Yep.
gotcha.
He
Yeah,
eats
okay,
everything organic. So
gotcha. Yeah, okay. So yeah,
Yep.
we'll see what happens. We'll see if she's because she doesn't have any abilities, right?
no.
Yeah, no,
She's
she's a
just
regular person. Yeah.
she's a skilled fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay, gotcha. So, but yeah, she seemed determined, like she was like wasn't gonna have any of it. She's like, nope.
Right. I thought it. She just finally accepted it. Like, okay, this is it.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, but you
But
don't
they
see
didn't.
it happen, so she
Yeah,
didn't.
exactly.
Right.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, she'll be riding Goliath somewhere. And,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yep. They don't show it, so
They
Yeah.
do
you don't know.
the boba on Rancor
Oh
moment.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Crashing
Renslayer
through the
on Eliath.
TVA with the freaking.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
That'd be hilarious. See, that'd be other writers, right? It wouldn't happen
yeah,
with these writers.
yeah. It would be.
Be AI writing it right there.
Yeah, I know.
Renslayer comes crashing through the roof on top of Elias.
Yeah, picture it. Hear me out. Everyone's just chilling in the lobby of TVA. All of a sudden, Renslayer
Yep.
comes crashing through the roof.
Yeah, here's Mobius checking out his alternate life.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Chilling jet skis.
You think he's just gonna go go live a different life, or
I don't know. I wouldn't do it
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
no. Hey, I'm your twin brother. You know,
yeah.
you never knew you had.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, I don't see that happening.
Mm.
Yeah, this kind of had some similarities with Across the Spider Verse. I don't want to spoil it for those who haven't seen it, but I want to say specifically Miguel O'Hara's when he was telling what happened with him
Hmm.
and his story about who he lost and what he tried to do. This kind of reminds me. I mean, obviously not Obi, Morbius is not going to do that, but just the kind of the situation that they were in and the abilities that the possibilities that they have and they could do, or I should say the opportunities. That kind of remind me of that situation.
I've seen it speculated that Don, who he's watching, his name's Don, himself
Okay.
with his kids, is a
Mhm.
variant of Odin.
Ooh, okay, interesting.
He's got two kids, Thor and Loki.
Oh yeah,
jeez.
yeah.
I mean,
A
speculation, but it's pretty
yeah.
cool. I mean, if it
Yeah.
were like an Easter egg, like the older kid had a red bike, the younger kid had a green
Green
bike,
one. Yeah.
and the younger one was more mischievous, trying to light stuff on fire.
Yeah.
And then freaking,
Oh,
so Don sent the older one after him to stop him, and
Yeah.
that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
okay, yeah. I didn't catch that. Wow, interesting.
almost like it was a nod to Odin and Thor and Loki kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's a good. Yeah, I'd probably take it as that, a nod.
Yeah. Interesting. Could you imagine him as Odin?
Yeah, I know, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
Wow.
Hey, this lightning stuff is pretty cool. Wow. Gonna be thinking about that now. Every time I see Odin, I'm gonna think of that voice. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, it just ends with him staring off in the back,
Mm-hmm. Letting time pass.
letting time pass. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And there's
Yeah, this was
Loki
a badass
overseeing it
shot,
all.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I took this right here that he was watching Mobius.
Mm.
Yeah, I think so
Like he
too.
was
Well, pretty sure,
right.
yeah, pretty sure he can see it all too. So
Yeah.
anything.
Mhm.
The Watcher.
Yeah, creeper.
Yeah,
Creeper.
the creeper. Yeah, he can see everything.
Yep, he
Mhm.
can still watch over his friends. Yep,
Yeah,
which is crazy because now it gives him the power to basically rewrite anything that he wants or stop anything that he wants.
yeah. I guess
Yeah, pretty
yeah.
much.
'Cause-
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So, question here on this. So he never went back to where he who remains. That point where they were having that multiple conversation. So that never played out. So he who remains actually died, right? So
Yeah.
that version of him
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
died, and so
Mhm.
now Loki has taken his place in controlling the timelines and keeping them everything in check, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
So, um, so there's no way that version of He Who Reigns would come back. If anything, it would be some other variant.
No, it'd be a
If
reincarnation of. Yeah, there's
Variants.
because they showed his body when they
Yep.
sent Renslayer. When Sylvie sent Renslayer to the Citadel, his body was still in the chair,
right,
kind of decaying.
yeah,
So
but he was dead though.
he was dead. Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah,
yeah,
He
yeah,
did.
he
yeah.
did. Yeah,
He was
yeah,
no longer alive. Yes.
yeah, yeah. I agree. Some guy. This shot was amazing.
Mhm.
Just like the way they kind of zoomed
Yep.
in.
It's
But
the
yeah, you're right.
eyes. It's
Yep.
Happy
definitely the
but
eyes.
sad. Yeah, he was happy for them that they get to go and live their lives how they choose, and that was his reward. But yeah,
Mhm.
he ends up being alone. But I guess technically, I mean, how you see it, he's not really alone. I mean, they're not there physically with him, but he can watch them, right? He has that reassurance and that comfort knowing to see them happy. Kind of like,
Yeah.
they're his friends, but seeing your kids grow up and go off and you know knowing that you made some sacrifices so that way they can live their best life, and he's kind of seeing that also through them.
Mhm.
Like he's able to actually see those in all the variations of them. So yeah, I agree. This is a cool scene.
Yeah.
And like I was mentioning, he's basically now the one controlling the time, and he just is a badass at this point right here. So a lot
Yeah.
of questions, implications later on, because he can control time and space, right? Go through multiple timelines. He is now freaking smart. He knows, physics, quantum mechanics, engineering.
Yeah.
He knows how to
Mhm.
fight better because all those times he tried to stop Sylvie, I'm sure he had to learn, and he got better in his combat skills. So
Mhm.
at
Yep.
this point, he's just way vast improved Loki than compared to he was in Avengers. So when I was thinking about it, like, man, this guy's just badass now, and now,
Mhm.
not having the mindset, a different mindset than He Who Remains, who wanted. Well, I don't know if you wouldn't really call him a bad guy. He was just trying to keep things in check. So maybe, I don't know, anti-hero maybe. So, but Loki is more. He has more compassion right now.
Yeah.
He's a changed god, a changed person, changed man,
Mhm.
and so he sees things more in a positive light. So yeah, it's just kind of interesting where they're gonna take it from here. I don't know, before I go any further, I'll let you guys speak on this. Yeah, I don't want to take up all that, but yeah, what are your guys' thoughts on this one?
He's definitely earned the crown and throne.
Mm-hmm.
He's been fighting. He's had no interest in it for quite some time.
Yeah.
I mean, this whole arc
Mm-hmm.
from season 1 to now. I mean, it's been fantastic. And yeah, like you said, he's lived extra centuries trying to learn uh,
Yeah.
all that, and yeah, I mean, and gaining friends, something he
Mm-hmm.
hasn't had really. I mean,
Mhm.
decent friends. If he's had friends, they're very good.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, these guys are so.
I mean,
Um,
yeah. Other than his brother, it's just
yeah,
that's about it. And his brother really didn't trust him until the end, anyway. After Ragnarok, so
Yeah.
yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah. I love this ending. Um, but I hate this. fate for him because he's sitting there alone. I mean, like you said, he's not really alone. He's seeing his friends, but he's alone.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's not talking to him. He's not,
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
saying nothing to him. But yeah, I mean, yeah, such a great show, and seeing the last 14 years of Loki
Mhm.
and his multiple arcs is awesome. And hopefully it's not
Yeah.
the end for him.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. It's kind of one of those multi arc, or a character that went through multiple arcs in medias, similar to Iron Man, right? Iron Man was the other one. He was the one from, we see his progression and his transition from Iron Man 1 to obviously Endgame, and now similar to with Loki, right? He was a villain basically in the beginning when they introduced him, and
Yep.
now he's completely turned around. It's cool to see all that play through, and it has more. It's one of those characters in this show where it has more meaning if you know the backstory. I mean, yeah, I'm sure people probably could just start off with Loki from this season and watch some recaps, but because of having that background, it adds kind of more emotion to this,
Mm-hmm.
more meaning to this whole where he's at now, right? Like you mentioned, he wanted to sit on the throne. He wanted the throne. He was always after that, and he wanted people to like him.
Mm-hmm.
But up to this point now, he gets his throne, but he's by himself, and there's only a select few people who know where he actually is and what he actually did,
Mm-hmm.
and so the people that matter to him anyways the most. So that was it's pretty it was pretty cool to see that whole progression of his character. I wasn't honestly like in the beginning. I wasn't a big fan. I know people loved him a lot, his character, even in Avengers, and he was cool. But it wasn't. I don't think I had the same draw. I didn't have the same love for him. I didn't think he
Agreed.
was
Yeah.
the best villain. Yeah, and so it's just like, okay, yeah, he was cool, but I don't think he was great. But now, him being in the right here, he's definitely a badass now. Definitely more. He grew on me, as it transitioned and we saw more of the show.
Mm-hmm.
I would really love to see a reunion of sorts between this Loki and Thor.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
I think that would be really awesome.
yeah, I agree. Yeah, that would be awesome.
Because I mean, Loki. I mean, he was pulled from 2012, but he knew what happened to him in the sacred timeline or the main timeline. So, I mean, so he still got those feelings, I'm sure, for his brother.
Mm.
But a well-written reunion would be freaking awesome, I think.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Endgame Thor, not that shit we got afterward.
yeah, because that would be the most mature, like that would be the Thor that he would have. No, well, because he got pulled from the first Avengers timeline, right? That's
Mm.
when that's when
Yeah, the
this all started
2012.
from.
Yep.
2012. Yeah, thank you. That's right. Okay, so he wouldn't have known his brother. He wouldn't have known Thor when in Endgame. He would have still been. That's right. Okay, I forgot about
Yeah.
that detail of it.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. That would be cool to see both of them at um, this new version
Yeah.
of these two characters meeting again. Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool.
For sure.
So, yeah. So the same guys I was talking to, we were kind of after we saw this before. I think it was a couple of days or the day before this aired. We were talking about how we were still unsure of the whole Jonathan Major situation and what would happen with
Mhm.
that, and
Yeah.
how Mara's going to play that out, because we still haven't, at least I haven't read or heard any updates, right? And so, someone was saying, well, what are they going to do with him? Maybe they can change that with this, do something to kind of start correcting that, or doing some alternative with this show. And I was saying, I think they already filmed and wrapped this show before that incident
Yeah.
happened, before the Jonathan
Yep.
Majors
Yep.
incident.
Mm-hmm.
And
But with
yeah.
I was just say with this episode here, it seems like this could, I don't know if it was intentional or a coincidence, but this scene in this where he ends up here, it seems like they could potentially alter that now, to make him, since he's basically sitting where He Who Remains would have been or was sitting, they can kind of rewrite some of that, right? Like, do you think so? Do you think that was intentional, or do you think that was a coincidence?
I think it was a coincidence. I think Disney is waiting on, um, I mean, a guilty verdict, pretty much. I mean, they haven't stated anything whether they're keeping him or getting rid of him.
Mm.
I know everybody's clamoring for, oh, put Doom in there instead, and it's like, no, just let it fucking play out. Let it play out
Yeah.
as Kang in multiple variants. Yeah, yeah. I mean,
it clearly doesn't have to be the same person as a variant of Kang. I mean,
Right.
Sylvie,
Yeah.
clearly not the same person. All those other Loki variants, clearly not the same person. So,
Good night, some guy. Thanks for stopping by.
there we go. Yep,
I
thank you.
appreciate you,
Good
man.
night.
So they could play it out however they wanted to. I mean, it can still be Kang. You don't need the same actor to do it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. There's that. There's definitely that possibility too, right? That option that they can go. They can just make it somebody, a version of King. Even like it could be some female version or something, or someone. Yeah, you're right. That doesn't look like him, or some sort of alien / type different species that's not human type of thing, but that's still some variant of Kang. Yeah, because I didn't see any news or anything shared that they went back and rewrote this episode to kind of account for that. So I don't know whether that
This
they
one has
kept that
had
under
no
wraps
reshoots. This show has had no reshoots at all.
at all.
At all.
At all.
Okay, yeah. So I don't know if they just didn't announce that, or if that's actually the case, or maybe
Well,
they just kept it under wraps. I don't know.
shortly after they wrapped, the strike happened, so they
Yeah.
wouldn't have been
Okay.
able to do reshoots.
Okay, that's true. Yeah. So maybe it was a coincidence. So which is kind of cool,
Yeah.
because then this would, you could still have. I think you can still have Secret Wars, obviously, because he mentioned, when He Who Remains in Loki, we're having that conversation earlier. He was saying, if those timelines don't get destroyed, then you're gonna have a war, right? He said something
Yeah.
along those lines,
Yep,
right? That
the
there was
war,
gonna be
yeah.
a war.
Mhm.
What are you gonna choose? Do you want a war, or do you want to, keep the TVA, right? Isn't that the options he gave him?
Yeah.
So that kind of, to me, was saying, I was thinking Secret Wars by then, right? That could possibly lead up to the Secret Wars, and
Yeah.
Loki now, and being in this position, could have something to do with that now instead of King. So I don't know. It just seems like if it is a coincidence and it just worked out, I think like, hey, that'd be kind of cool, because now you can kind of start going back to the drawing
Well, the
board.
TVA is also actively hunting all the variants too, so we're
Yeah.
trying to keep an eye on all the variants.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So
There's some leeway. I think it just ends up it ended up working out, whatever
Yeah.
path they want to. They have options still, basically. They're not stuck, is what I'm saying. Marvel's not
Mhm.
stuck.
Yep.
So that's kind of, I thought that was kind of cool. Then I was like, oh damn.
Yeah, very well written.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. I agree. Yeah.
And-
Despite the questions I had, I was just gonna say that. Yeah, I still think this was a great episode. Again, touching on the dialogue, the well acted. Oh man, it was just like you felt the emotion, you felt everything from these characters. This scene, right here, it's just it was just awesome. Yeah.
Mhm.
Sorry, go ahead, Blue.
Oh, no, I forgot what I was going to say.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
It's all good. Yeah.
Thoughts on the
I
show
don't-
overall, or
Yeah, we could rank it, give it a number if you want, because mine's obviously an 11
oh damn, out of 9.
out of 9. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I really enjoyed the show, like from start to finish. It was
Yeah.
never a dull moment. Not for me, anyways.
Finally, a good ending to a show.
Yeah, they finally nailed the landing on something.
Yep.
Yeah.
They
No,
finally
I agree.
freaking stuck the landing. Yeah, I was, and like I said, the music always gets to me too. So the music was fantastic.
Yeah, can't wait for it on Spotify. Part 2.
Oh, the soundtrack.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, good stuff, man. And this is what the MCU should be. Well written.
Well written.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, heart and emotion, and
Mhm.
I mean, you can have humor in there without making it a complete joke like Taika Waititi.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Some of the
But
parts, some of the humor in there was pretty good. I know the whole
Mhm.
that episode with Miss Minutes and Renslayer, that was pretty funny. I think I was probably laughing the most in that episode out of all the other ones this season. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember what other ones, but yeah, that episode was pretty funny and cool too. Yeah, like
Mhm.
the whole. I think you guys touched on this in a previous after show. It's just the whole. The sets were amazing. That was just awesome. The costume design and yeah, it was just going through
Yeah,
different
it's
points in
on
time. Yeah,
point. Okay.
yeah, it
Yep.
was on point. Yeah, it was really really great. Yeah, really great. I don't. I see this show winning some awards, and it better win some awards.
Oh yeah, man, good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, get out of the volume and go actually shoot on some sets and
Yeah.
create sets and create practical stuff. You know, like they did with the show. I mean, you believed everywhere they were.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. Did they? So they didn't shoot any part of this in the volume, or parts of it in the volume, or most of it,
Um,
or
I'm
do
not
you know?
sure.
Oh,
I'd
okay.
have to look at it.
I want to say
Yeah.
no. I don't think any of
Oh,
it
okay.
was really in the volume,
Gotcha. Yeah, that whole
unless oh, we just lost Blue.
oh, did you kick him out? Did you put him on timeout?
Unless the parts of Loom, maybe when they were
Oh,
showing
yeah, I can
parts of
see
the
that. That's
Loom.
true. Yeah.
But other than that, I don't. It didn't feel like it's hard to tell when they're actually. Sometimes it's hard to tell when they're actually using the volume. Like
Mm.
with Mando, you could barely tell.
Yeah, that's true.
But that was all shot on the volume.
Oh, was
They
it all of it?
built sets inside of the volume,
Mhm.
and then they freaking shot in it. So I don't,
Mm. Yeah, this one, especially that the World's Fair. That was supposed to be in
oh, yeah.
Chicago, right? Oh man, yeah, that whole set there was just awesome. The Ferris wheel and just the yeah, it was awesome. It was great. Yep, you there, Blue? You good?
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, this is good stuff, man. It's a good, yeah, agree. Good
Did
ending.
anybody
I
else
like the
want to
way
give
it
it a
ended.
number?
10, 11.
10, 11?
Yeah. 11,
Somewhere
10,
in there.
yeah. I would, I would, I want to give it a 10, but to be fair, because of some of the gripes I had and some of the things,
Mm-hmm.
we already pointed out earlier, probably say like a 9, 9.5. I don't know, but
Mm.
it was
It's
still
okay.
like,
It's okay. It's a 10. It's just
yeah,
say
it's a
10.
10. Yeah. I don't want to,
You can give it any number you want to, brother.
yeah, I
Yep.
can't.
Yep.
11, 9.6375. No, yeah, you want to. It was great though. It was great. I will say that. That wasn't those gripes I had. That wasn't enough to dissuade me from just really enjoying this episode. It was out of all of them. Again, like the show, the season overall was good, but this one was definitely set the standard. I was really impressed.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it started like super tense with episode 1, and then it just kind of kept ramping up, and yeah, especially at the end of episode 4, like I was like,
What
there
was
was a
that one?
mind. That's when you saw Victor Timely spaghettify the first time, you know.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and then the episode ends, and everything.
yeah.
Yeah, uh, yeah, and then seeing 5 and 6, it was just
Mhm.
like just
It was cool.
top notch, man. Great stuff.
Some good
Keep
watching.
these writers, keep the writers, because they're
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
keep 'em handy.
fantastic.
And were those the same writers from the first season? Do you know? Do you guys know? I didn't
Um,
check.
Oh,
I
I
don't
didn't check
recall.
either.
I want to say yes,
Okay,
but I don't know for sure.
gotcha. Okay, yeah, yeah. I'm not sure either. I want to say not, just because how much better this one was compared to, in my opinion, to the
Yeah.
first season. So I don't know. I want to say just got different writers, but I'm not sure.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Season 1 was freaking great. Like,
Mm.
yeah,
It
Yeah,
felt like the first one. So
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
let's see, Warden served Waldron, Michael Waldron served as head
Oh,
writer, and Kate Hearn directed the first season with Eric Martin and duo serving as head writers.
Hmm.
Michael Waldron did Multiverse of Madness, didn't he? Or
Uh,
no,
maybe,
WandaVision?
maybe WandaVision. Yeah,
Mm.
it is the third television series. And okay, that's the first one. So yeah, Michael Waldron. Let's see,
You're looking at season 1 or season 2?
season 2, Loki season,
Oh,
or
okay.
see, that was season 1. Sorry.
Oh, gotcha.
We're jumping through time and timeless. The head writer for this one was actually Eric Martin,
Hmm.
Oh, okay. So it
so
was
it was a
different
different writer. Yeah.
writer. Aha.
Okay.
Aha.
Well, they
Yeah.
both did a great job. Eric Martin knocked it out of the park
Yeah, I agree. I think I would
because there were so
say.
many elements of the first season too. So and then they just
Mm.
amplified it. So
Yeah.
it's really good. Yeah. Loki lead writer Eric Martin in an interview coming revealed that the team is unaware of the role of Kang plays in Phase 5. Advances deciding to lead with how his variant Victor Timely might perform. Okay. Yeah, that was from Collider.
Hmm.
Um, Eric Martin. That's all it says. Doesn't list anybody else.
Gotcha. The lead writer, yeah, because I
The
guess they just have
team:
different.
Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead. Lead directing team. Lead directing team was Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead. See, that's something I don't. Well, let me see if I can. Maybe that helps. Having just a smaller amount of directors.
Hmm. Yeah, possibly.
Well, directors: Kate Herron, Sophie, Eric Martin, Michael Waldron. So there's 5. It looks like for this series. Raphael Castle.
All right. All right. All
Yeah.
right.
Hopefully, with the strike and whatnot, Marvel can figure out what they're doing wrong, and or hopefully they did figure out what they're doing wrong, and they see the well, hopefully this show is successful, um, and just see the reaction from it, and
There we go.
yeah, keep going with this talent and level of writing and level of
Yeah.
care with the characters, and
Yeah,
not
like that.
trying to just make it an action comedy or a comedy action movie, and
Yeah.
just write it well.
So Aaron Moorhead and Justin Benson directed most of the season.
Of season 2.
Yeah. There was only
Okay.
2 other directors. That was for episode 2 and 3. Otherwise, the other 2 direct the whole rest of the season.
Gotcha.
I want to say two. The director of two
Hmm.
was like a visual effects artist or something like that.
Oh, of episode 2.
Yeah, who did the director of episode two?
Hmm.
Was it the same person, 2 and 3?
So visual effects supervisor and second unit director, best known for his works on the MCU.
Yeah, second unit director. Yeah.
Dan DeLeo. Not gonna butcher that name anymore. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it looks like they had different writer for each episode of season 1. Waldron did the first episode. I'm looking at Wikipedia, and Martin did episode 4, and then
Yeah.
both. Then they had other writers. Then Waldron and Martin did episode 6. I guess they both wrote. They have writing credits for
Okay.
episode 6, season 1.
Okay.
So yeah, like you were saying, being this newest season, it was mostly I think it was all Eric Martin looked like
Mm-hmm.
for season 2.
There was teleplay by Eric Martin and Kasserov Barahani, who is
Oh,
the
that's right.
director of
Yeah.
episode 3, and
Yeah.
Jason O'Leary. But the story was by Eric Martin. That was for episode 3, and then Catherine Blair
Friends.
helped write
Yeah.
episode 4. Otherwise, it was all Eric Martin.
Thanks for coming
What
through.
up, Rens? Yeah.
Ren's
Ren's-
Talentino.
Ren Slayer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was I figured it was something. Yeah, there was like probably a different writer just because like I was mentioning, it seemed the first season was okay. I think it didn't but this season kind of drew me more to it. I don't know. There was something. It just seemed like there's something improved. So I guess it was just a writing style, and I guess I prefer Eric Martin's writing style over
Yeah.
the different all the other writers from the first season. But yeah, I don't
Hell
know, it was
yeah.
like
Yeah, keep him. Renslayer.
Yeah. Yep. I would
Oh,
use
yeah,
that
man.
name. Yeah. It's right there, man. It's on the table for you. Feel
Yeah,
free.
sure is.
Yeah.
Ren Slayer.
Ren Slayer. Yeah.
Well, guys, we're just about at that half-hour mark, or an hour and a half mark.
Oh
So,
damn.
excuse me. I'm not sure when After Show Reactions will be back.
What's the next show?
Nothing until next year, I don't think.
Oh damn!
No.
Really? Wow.
They're all movies from here on out, aren't they?
When does Daredevil come out? Well, I keep saying that.
Next,
Come-
wasn't that
Next year?
pushed?
Yeah, that was.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
pretty sure that was pushed. They fired everybody, and
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
they
That's right.
were
Started
getting new
over.
writers and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
they're
that's
they're a
right.
little bit ways out.
Yep. That's it. We're starting over.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a weird situation right there too.
Yep. They must have not liked what
No
they
Monarch
saw.
show? Monarch?
Monarch.
Monarch.
The Monarch.
Mark, yeah, what
The
is that?
Monarch. Venture
I don't think I heard
Brothers.
about that one.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is either.
Hmm.
Butterflies. That's what I think of when I hear that word.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. There's enough people out there. A lot of people hate that show, anyways.
Which one was
Frasier
that?
just came back.
Oh yeah.
Reboot. They're a few episodes in. Maybe we could talk about Invincible. I don't know.
Yeah, I
Invincible's on
haven't
right now,
seen
too.
any
So,
of it Invincible yet. So yeah,
there's
maybe.
Yeah,
2
same.
episodes up right now.
Ooh. Okay.
Apparently, from one website I'm looking at, Echo set to premiere January 10th of 2024.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's.
Yeah, and that's all coming at once
Accurate.
too. So that's like not.
Oh, is
yeah.
it? Nice.
But we could still have an after show reaction for, all of it together, or piece it, go 2 episodes or something.
Mhm.
But that's going to be a hard R.
I wasn't a huge fan of Invincible, so
Oh, okay.
I think it was just a trope we'd already seen because I think the boys kind of worn that out. And it's released another show that is Invincible, so
Yeah.
Yeah, I still have yet to watch that also. Invincible. I hear good things, but I just haven't.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Gen V was pretty
show,
good.
man.
Yeah, I just started that the
Yeah.
other day with the first episode. Like, oh damn.
Same. Yeah, I think I watched some of episode 2, but yeah, I'm not very far.
Right behind you then.
But yeah, I'm not sure when After Show will return. Maybe I'll find like an old show to watch. Review that. Have fun with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Retro.
Anybody got
What
any
about-
ideas? Just let me know. I mean,
What about the Marvels? I
the
mean,
Marvels.
The
they
movie.
were, the movie.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be after show doesn't have to
Oh,
be a
okay.
TV show. It could be a movie.
True, but I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it yet. Well,
Same. Yeah, I haven't seen it either.
yeah.
Maybe once we see it, I mean, maybe yeah. I would love to do it. I would love to go back to the theater for a movie.
Yeah,
but I'd
me
have
too.
no time.
Yeah.
Time is not there to hit the
Yeah.
theaters. Yeah, we'll come up with something. Any suggestions, let me know in the chat after the show was done, or you guys want to see us talk about another show, let me know in the chats, and we'll look into it. So,
yeah. Always looking for good TV to watch. That's for sure.
Should do the original series, original Star Trek.
Oh man,
That would be fun.
I'd have to watch that. I haven't watched that in I don't know how long now.
Yeah, never.
Or we
seen
could do a watch party after show reactions with get a group of people together and stream it. And watch the first episode or whatever. That'd be kind of fun too.
Yep.
Find a time that works for everybody.
Oh yeah.
That being said, VZ, you got anything coming up on your channel, buddy?
Nothing scheduled, nothing planned at the moment. Just waiting for some more figures to come out to do another figure lowdown episode. Still working on the other content for Feezy's Media. That's still in the works. I know it's kind of been slow to pick up, other than that one video I have on there already. But yeah, I still plan on doing stuff with that. I do have something in the works actually coming up. I'm just waiting on a guest, right? Working out schedules. I have a guest in mind, so we're just working out our schedules, and we're gonna put something up on that. So just keep an eye on the socials as usual, Instagram and Facebook, YouTube notifications, if you're subscribed and all that. But yeah, no, thanks for having me on here. I know I wasn't on the other ones, but thanks for having me on this one. This was an episode I felt like I wanted to speak my mind on. It was a good episode. But thanks again for both of you for having me on.
Hell yeah, man.
I'm not going to say that I'm going to have Penguin video up soon, because every time I do, something stupid happens and I can't get to it. But we're live tomorrow night with the Collector's Figures, so we'll be here for that. Hopefully we get the crew together. We talk some figures, some stuff that dropped and released, things that we got in. I got nothing this week again, so freaking working, which sucks. I hate working so much. Too old for this shit. Getting too old for this shit.
Yeah.
But yes. To the chat, thank you for coming through. Collector Joey, Ren Stolentino, Some Guy, GG, Brother Cousins, BC, it's good to see you in the chat. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Tijuana Mike, Feezy Figures. That was everybody. Some Guy. Yeah, that was everybody. Any lurkers that are out there watching, thank you for watching. Thank you for catching the replay. If you catch the replay, again, comment if there's a show you want us to review or talk about, or a show that you like that we just want to get together and talk about. Hit me up in the chats. We'll see what we can do. Maybe it's a show I've seen, or maybe it's a show that's good. I don't know.
Maybe if you like the stream, and subscribe.
Yeah.
If you're not subscribed, appreciate
it. Yeah, we'll get, what are we at? 459, I think. So yeah, getting up there.
Nice.
But yeah, I think that'll do it for us. So again, thank you for watching. Hit the like button, hit the sub button. You know you want to.
You want to. Thanks all. Thanks for stopping by.
Yes. That'll do it for us. Stay safe, stay healthy, always be kind, and we will catch you on the next one.